Yorigat Gibano Kujvajo. I know what you're thinking. All right. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, wait a minute. Why is he dressed up today? Where's the bathrobe? Where's the where's the bike outfit? What's going on? I just wanted to shake things up today a little bit. And oh goodness gracious. So today's Saturday. And I am headed, I got a full day today, interestingly enough. I am headed down a few miles from my place to the storage facility where my camper is located. And I'm going to bring the camper back here and park it in front of my house and let all the neighbors go, ooh, wow, ooh, you got a camper. Don't you know that you can't park it here? Ooh, I better call the HOA association and tell them that Tom Hall has a camper parked in front of his house or something like that. Inevitably, that'll happen. It happens in every community where you have an HOA and busybody neighbors. But anyway, so I'm on my way down to pick up the camper to spit and polish it, if you will. I want to load it. I want to load the camper. We're probably about, what is it now? About 11 days minimum, 11 days from the trip, and I want to get it. I want to get it ready. I want it to be spotless as much as it can be spotless, and uh, and I want to clean the both the inside and the outside of the camper. Um, and then I want to make sure that I'm going to bring, what I need with me on the trip. It's going to be nice having the pickup truck in addition to the camper because I'm going to have a lot more flexibility as to what I can bring. I may actually, I'll bring my crock pot with me because I anticipate being gone 3 or 4 months, and there may be times when I'm out camping in the woods, and maybe I catch myself a wabbit, and I want to make wabbit stew, so I can just put the wabbit in the crock pot and go out hiking or biking for the day and come back and just have wabbit stew waiting for me, something like that. But anyway, so I'm gonna spend a good portion of the day getting the camper ready, and I've got to get the curtain configuration. I got to figure that whole thing out, the curtain configuration, and one way or another, I'll figure it out. But I bought a wardrobe, like a wardrobe rod, if you will, for the back seat of my truck. My truck, it's a crew cab, so the back seat of my truck is very, very spacious. And what I'm going to do is just fold the seats up and put a rod across the back and hang up some of my clothes and what have you in the back to just save on the closet space, if you will, in the camper itself. But anyway, so that's one thing that's on the agenda today. The other thing is I have to I have to get I have to set up a website for this dentist that I was doing some work with. I don't know why she waited so long to accept my quid quo pro suggestion. That's Latin for even exchange. I don't know why she waited so long to do the quid quo pro. I mean, I went down there and I, had the crown replaced and had the root canal and had all this stuff done. And I had suggested doing some type of an exchange for service, and for whatever reason she didn't do it, only to come back to me later and say, okay, let's do the exchange for services. So I have to throw her up her website And her current website, it sucks. You can look at it and tell me yourself. Her current website is Parkshore, Parkshore, parkshoredentist.com, parkshoredentist.com. And I know the majority of you are going to go and look at it and say, well, nothing wrong with this website. But believe me, it's garbage. So I got to spend the day today and I got to start transitioning all of her content from that website to my website. And, it's interesting. I was up this morning at 4 a.m. And the way that my business works, I started out with the concept of doing a business called First Auto Repair, like number one ST, like first, second, third. First Auto Repair was going to be the name of my company. And, I started building this website around that business, First Auto Repair. Well, then I had a guy that called me up who wanted a website for a moving company. So I thought, okay, I'll take the website for the First Auto Repair and bring him on board and just modify it and all that type of crap. You can see his website at CRS, like Classic Relocation Services, crsmovers.com, crsmovers.com. But, and then somebody else came on board that fixes and sells appliances and fireplaces, and that's columbineappliance.com. Anyway, they've all been in the same pot, using the same website. So over the last few days, I've been segregating these out so that I can branch off into other industries and do so cleanly. But anyway, this is probably more information that you care and want to know. But but anyway, so that is that's a lot of what that's what I'm going to be doing today. It's the camper and what else do you call it? The website for the dentist. But and then there's a party going on out here today. I live in what's called a quad. A quad is a configuration of buildings that have condos in it. And I'm probably in one of the nicer quads in the community. And today they're having a Cinco de Mayo party. And needless to say, it's going to be rocking back here today. And I'll probably partake in a little bit of that into the evening. I would perhaps think. But anyway, that's really about it. And the major disappointment. Harry is just chomping at his bit. He's just sitting there eating his popcorn, thinking, "Come on, Tom, what's the disappointment? What's the disappointment?" And I know what you're thinking, just like I knew what you were thinking when you were thinking, "What's going on? Why is he dressed up today?" What you're probably thinking is, "Oh, she's not coming. That's the disappointment. She's not going to come." And I don't know. I don't know. I don't. I have no reason to think that she is not going to come. I really don't. I mean, it's like Forever His Bell pointed out yesterday. It is an opportunity of a lifetime for somebody such as this individual to come halfway around the world and see America in the way that I anticipate sharing it with her. But one never knows. One never knows. I'm not going to dwell on it too much. I'll know soon enough as the 15th draws nearer as to whether or not she will be on a plane or not. I certainly hope so, because I think it'll be a lot of fun. But even if she doesn't come, I was on last night. Sometimes sometimes before crashing in bed, I'll play with the phone a little bit, and I go on Boondockers Welcome, boondockerswelcome.com, and I just kind of type in. Last night I just typed in, show me all the listings in the United States of places to stay. And, the couple that I stayed with in Charlotte, it was just, you couldn't ask for a nicer accommodation, in their backyard. And it was just gorgeous. It was just a gorgeous, gorgeous accommodation. And there's no shortage of such places like that. And what I'm actually finding on a lot of these places, I used to think that most of them were limited to 1 to 2 or 3 nights, but there are some of these places that'll let you park your camper on their property for a week, 2 weeks, a month, something like that. So, the ideal situation for me would be to find myself somewhere out on the West Coast in close proximity to the ocean and where they've got good Wi-Fi, a Starbucks, and a Costco. That's all I need. Good Wi-Fi, a Starbucks, and a Costco, and uh, and just park my camper. Park my camper, wake up, do my thing, do my work, go for a bike ride, what have you, and uh, and then mosey on my way once I want to go visit or explore someplace else. But anyway, the disappoint the major disappointment wasn't that. The major disappointment, you're looking at it. I'm the major disappointment. I stepped on the scale today. I've been putting it off. I last September 17th, as a matter of fact, my dad's birthday, I got on a plane and I went to Europe for the Christmas markets. And up until that day, I had been here for several months, here being Florida, and I had been, exercising every day regularly. And my weight was, whatever, not necessarily what I wanted to be, but it wasn't terrible. And then I go, on vacation and all hell breaks loose. It's hard to control yourself when you're walking around those Christmas markets and they have all that good stuff to eat and what have you. And anyway, so today I got on the scale and I got to tell you, I didn't like what I saw. Not in the least. I'm not even going to tell you what I saw because I'm too embarrassed. Too embarrassed to tell to tell you what I weighed in at. And it's interesting as people get older, they just tend to let themselves go to pot, so to speak. Men and women, it doesn't matter. I can't tell you. I mean, just walk out into the world and look at how many men have this big ass belly hanging off of them, and women have well, you know what women have, but but anyway, just people let themselves go to pot. They get comfortable, they get complacent in life, and they just let themselves go. And it's something that has always challenged me because I'm no different than most people in many ways. In many ways, I'm very different from most people. But I'm no different than many people in the tendency to become complacent. And I got to tell you that I always find myself thinking. I always find myself thinking that there's that there'll come a point in time in my life, hopefully later than sooner. There'll come a point in time in my life when I'm lying in a hospital bed somewhere, or a nursing home, or even my home, or something like that, and I'm looking up at the ceiling, and I have nothing but time to think. I have nothing but time to think about various things. And the last thing that I want to do is be lying in a bed that I can't get out of, looking up at the ceiling, watching a fly kind of go around and do whatever, and thinking, boy, if only I had given up smoking. Boy, if only I had eaten healthier. Boy, if only I had exercised more in my life. Boy, if only I had done this or only I had done that. And that's what I don't want to do. It's okay if I find myself in that situation knowing that I gave it my best. If I find myself in that situation and I say, Gio, okay, well, I gave up smoking at 29, or something like that, or whatever it is. If I find myself in that situation knowing that I did my best, then, I can hopefully rest somewhat comfortably. But if I find myself in that situation and I know that I could have done better, that's what'll bother me. That's what will truly bother me. So anyway, with that being said, I've just got to stay focused. I've got to eat. Maybe I should do the Jenny Craig weight loss system. Is that the Marie Osmond one that worked for Marie Osmond? Maybe I should do the Jenny Craig weight loss system or something like that. I don't know. But anyway, so enough. On with the day. And it was interesting, real quick in closing. Oh, we got to do the question of the day. But in real quick in closing, I uploaded this video yesterday of Billy Graham library. And Patty, I think it was you that told me that I should stop and see that. And I'm really grateful to you for making that recommendation. I think it was you. But anyway, I mean, I'm not going to say it's a Hollywood production or a Ken Burns production or anything like that. It's just a simple walk and talk through a rather nice place. A rather nice place, the Billy Graham Museum and Library and the Family Home. It may not be interesting, of interest to the majority of people, but it'll be of interest to some people out there. And it'll be of interest to people that can't necessarily ever make it to that location in the world. They can't make it to Charlotte for whatever reason. And doing videos like that, it doesn't really require a whole hell of a lot of effort. And it's, I would think that it will be enjoyed by many people for many years to come. But no sooner had I put the video up, within 5 minutes, there's a thumbs down. There's a thumbs down on the video. And my goodness gracious, I can't win for losing sometimes, It's just really, really interesting. So with all that being said, time to get on with my day and let you do the same. Alexa, what's the question of the day?
Good morning. Here is today's question of the day. It's from our history game pack and is worth 4 points. In 1989, the nonviolent transition of power known as the Velvet Revolution occurred in which country? Choose from the following. A. Czechoslovakia. B. Ethiopia. C. Uzbekistan. Or D. Mongolia.
What is A?
Correct. You have earned your third history badge and 4 points. The Velvet Revolution was a nonviolent transition of power in late 1989 in what was then known as Czechoslovakia. The result was the end of 41 years of one-party rule and conversion to a parliamentary republic.
All right.
3 years later.
All right. Anyway, the high hope for the day. Let's see. Get a massage. Not only is massage a wonderful way to lose tension, it boosts our mood. It reduces our levels of cortisol, the stress hormone. It promotes feelings of well-being. It counteracts the impact of sitting all day. It helps you sleep. Get a massage. Oh, goodness. Friedrich Nietzsche once said, "There is more wisdom in your body than in your deepest philosophies." There is more wisdom in your body than in your deepest philosophies. So anyway, have a good day, everybody. All right. And as my dad would